This week, a Reddit post was made on r/internet mysteries that described a disturbing website from the early 2000s that allegedly sold body parts. To back up, about 20 years ago, a friend of mine told me about ecuerpos.com. It was in Spanish and claimed to be selling cadaver parts worldwide. I see links that link to blogs that discuss head transplants, artificial life, and other bizarre philosophical thinking.
React like how XQC does? I don't know how XQC reacts. How does XQC react?
Has anyone ever heard of this? The website ecuerpos.com doesn't exist.
Bro, this shit always happens on fucking Reddit. This shit always happens on fucking Reddit. You never get something like this happening on fucking like Snapchat or some shit or Instagram. It's always fucking Reddit.
Anymore. However, using the Wayback Machine, we can see that it was active for just under a year. It was created in late 2005 and shut down in the summer of 2006. The homepage of eCuerpos is about what you'd expect based on the Reddit post description. There are advertisements on the top of the page with tons of links everywhere else on the site, mostly to body parts of both males and females, including arms.
Is this all in Spanish? It's a Spanish website? It's a Spanish website?
Legs, eyes, and pretty much everything in between.
Female right leg, 3,210. Holy shit. 3,210 for a female leg.
Could have even bought a full human for nearly $200,000.
Bro! How are they gonna send a full human?
Each
limb
or piece of a human that the site would offer came with a full description and even general information like age, size, color, and origin. We learn a little more under the Company tab. It reads, eCuerpos has proudly served the South American market since its founding in 1994. Through eCuerpos, you can order human bodies and limbs from anywhere in the world. eCuerpos guarantees 100% satisfaction on all of its products and services. Well, that's assuring. The website came with not only a 5-star review system, but also a comment section under each product.
Wait, let me read this. Good quality, but arrived with a cracked scaphoid and only a chipped ulna. What the fuck does that even mean? However, when I called them, they offered to replace it immediately and sent me a box of dry ice the next morning. Quality service. This is sick. This is a fetish? Yeah, What's the name? What's the name?
People who
What's the name? What's the name? Necrophilia.
To leave a review. It's a real body, no jokes or frustration. These here were very nice, fresh, and sharper than most of the others. The eyes from other companies look like they were gouged out with a fork or damaged in shipping. The eCuerpos eyes come in a special humidifier chamber so they stay fresh until delivery. I would definitely buy eyes from them again. On the page titled Relación con los Inversionistas
Okay, why would you need this shit? Why would you want to buy this? Like, why would you actually, unless you've got a necrophilia thing, like what?
Investor Relations, it explains that ecuerpos.com is meant to supply human bodies and limbs to medical personnel and or researchers around the world who need them. So, case closed, right? ecuerpos.com was just another website that sold cadavers to medical institutions. Well, on the surface, it may look that way, though things get much weirder as you start to take a look at some of the other links. There are 2 apparent user reviews endorsing the website on the right-hand side of eCuerpos. One is Soren Gilgadesmin, and the other is only known as Joel, who claims to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. Impeccable service, fast and efficient shipping. Very good, eCuerpos. Underneath is a link to C1D1T1.com. Meaning C1Do1Teach1, the website existed around the same time as eCuerpos. C1D1T1.com was run by a small group consisting of 3 men and 1 monkey, which, now that I'm
How can you run a group with a monkey?
saying it out loud sounds like the title of a cursed live leak video. In the About Us section, we can see the names and pictures of the individuals behind the website.
Wait! Do you know who he looks like? He looks like David Baszucki, the founder of Roblox. Wait. No. I can't make this up. I need one of him smiling. Bro. Look at that. Wait. Okay, that's literally the same fucking person.
Joel, Kenny, and Dan. Joel, who was also shown on eQuerpos, describes himself as not good with people and mentions the fact that he lives with 2 others, presumably Kenny and Dan, whose bios are much more entertaining than Joel's. When I am not immersed in research or working out engineering solutions, I am rolling in my 6'4" with
Couldn't he have chosen a better picture? We can literally like see his whole nose.
16 switches hitting on the bitches. Don't stare at my picture for too long because you will fall in love. I love girls who love girls. I also love
Literally
dogs. I believe that life is like school and death is like graduation, but not to college. Things get interesting on the first real post made, titled Ondine's $1 Million Curse.
So, this is like a chat room as well? Oh, no. This is not the website. This is... Okay.
Joel, the alleged CT surgeon, writes about Ondine's curse, which is another name for congenital central hypoventilation syndrome, or CCHS. It's a rare neurological disorder that causes breathing problems when asleep and sometimes even when the person is awake, in more severe cases. Joel continues writing. Anyway, cool story, but say you still have your brainstem intact, and your phrenic nerve as well. Then what would it be like to be able to talk and move your face but have no control of your arms, legs, or bowels? Wouldn't it be better just to be a disembodied head, no body to worry about?
Okay, that's really fucking weird. That's really fucking weird. Asking questions like that, bro. We don't need to know.
No bowels, no skin to ulcerate, no 150 pounds of flesh to be heavied around by some visiting nurse. If you could just filter the blood, regulate the ions, add the glucose, and you could do this with machinery that exists currently, you could have a self-sufficient head without all the problems of having a body. Joel later on
like how is a paralyzed person gonna move around with just a head? How the fuck is that gonna work? Are they just gonna be like rolling around, bro? This is not gonna work.
Same page implies that he has already been experimenting and testing on rats in his crusade of research. The next page has Joel yapping about the film Young Frankenstein and his infamous burrito incident, which leads him down a path of...
this is proper schizophrenic stuff. Like, this guy he's crazy in the head. This is not like some amazing scientist guy. Literally a schizo.
Talking about anesthesia and needles. It feels a little cruel sometimes to poke people with needles and electrodes. Somehow, once they're sedated, the patients don't seem to mind too much. The monkeys, though, they squeal. Poor little monkeys. A few pages later...
He's testing on fucking monkeys? What's my favorite game in the Squid Game? I like the one in season 2. The one where like they run around. The one like I forget Mingle. I like
Past
Mingle.
Some of Kenny's total unseriousness, Joel continues and further explains his motive for trying to separate a head from its body. Now, it's no secret that my current crazy project is to try to remove a head from its body for the purpose of preserving its life and personality. But to think that the body will miss the head is totally ridiculous to me. The reverse would have been more plausible, but I guess the figure of a head riding a horse is just not that imposing. As the days go on, more and more posts are made. Joel continues to document and write about his thoughts and plans for how to achieve the separation of head and body. Eventually, we start to see more and more of Joel's housemates, Kenny and Dan, who make appearances in helping out with his research. Under the post titled Field Studies Suck, Kenny writes about an idea Joel had in his research. where he
Bye,
himself,
thank you for
Joel,
watching.
wanted to completely numb his body from the
Thank you
neck
for
down
watching.
using an anesthetic. He wanted to see what the patient care experience might be like for a bodily challenged individual, so we hooked him up with a ropivacaine epidural. His entire lower extremity was numb for 6 friggin' hours. The video of the whole process unfortunately doesn't work, and
this is crazy. This is like some mental shit. You're paralyzing yourself for this. Basically, we're reacting to the disturbing rabbit hole of this website, ucuropos.com. It's crazy.
wasn't archived,
It's
though
crazy.
we are still left with a few pictures of it. On the page
Bro.
DOA or your money back, Joel mentions ecorpos.com. I was looking for medical cadavers online, but they are pretty difficult to procure. Then I found ecorpos.com. Dead bodies in the States are a total rip. eCorpos has a great selection and their prices are very reasonable. I got a great hand from them a few months back, and so today it is I who give them a hand. Kudos, Corpos, I can hardly wait to get my corpse.
And he's proud about this. He does not care. Like, this guy is, look at this. I can't wait to get my corpse, bro. You can't wait to get a fucking dead body shipped to you. Like, who's the family of these people they're shipping? Who are these dead people, bro? Where's the family? Where's their funeral? They're just getting shipped to these fucking random Americans, bro.
So Joel states here that he just straight up bought a body
I'll
off
react
of
to that, Joe,
ecorpos.com. And 3 days later, Kenny writes about Bernie, a 240-pound hairy body that they supposedly bought off of eCorpos. The first video of the group that still works to this day is on the next page, which shows Joel and Kenny sitting next to Bernie, the alleged body they bought off of eCorpos. I'm gonna have to blur or maybe crop it out because, well, we're on YouTube, but here's the video.
What I totally don't get about Weekend at Bernie's, or what's most obvious, is their just complete lack of understanding of the disintegration of the cadaver they're using throughout the filming of the movie. If they were doing that, it wouldn't be good. We deal with this every day. We gotta have these fresh, frozen cadavers. We freeze them and thaw them as we need them, But talk about that though, is a freeze and thaw, that eventually breaks down the thing. You ask any cook.
Yeah, if you ask any cook, they'll tell you that the more you freeze something, then you lose the spore molecules. And if you lose...
They're so calm. They're unfazed that they're sitting next to a rotting dead guy. Is the guy even rotting? I don't know. They might put ice in the packaging. But they're sitting to a dead guy and they're recording a fucking vlog. Do these people have any, sense in them? Holy shit.
Spore molecules, it crystallizes.
Yeah, it freezes.
Oh,
Which
right.
turns into shards of ice. That makes it hard for its mechanical and elastic properties.
Yeah, you can imagine those shards of ice, they're like blades cutting into the flesh and into the tissues.
Texture.
Totally crazy.
It's a texture.
Yeah, it's a texture. You imagine a steak. You freeze a steak, thaw it, freeze it, thaw, freeze it, thaw. Eventually it's going to turn into mush. It's just all those shards of ice are going to cut the tissues. The juices are going to flow out, and it's just going to be like gruel. Who wants that?
He's acting like... Do you know them people that do autopsies? He's acting like he's one of them people, bro. You're a random fucking guy from America, and you're buying a dead body and vlogging about it.
Joel and Kenny talk about cadavers and the problems with the movie Weekend at Bernie's. For those unaware, Weekend at Bernie's, in a super simple summary, is a comedy about two employees that end up with their dead boss, Bernie, and pretend he's alive throughout the whole movie. And as you can probably guess, this is where they got the idea to name the body they received from ecorpos.com Bernie. Now, all of you watching couldn't tell because I blurred it, but Bernie in this video doesn't really look deceased. The video was made in 2005, so of course it's gonna be more pixelated than a Japanese.
Like, this guy had a whole family. He had a real name. And then he dies. He gets sent to these Americans and you name it after a fucking movie. Like bro. I want to see the uncensored version. I really want to see the uncensored version.
Adult movie, making it hard to see what's actually going on. But there's a few seconds in the video that appear as if Bernie is breathing. However, I'm still not 100% sure Bernie is actually alive, so I am still gonna blur it, especially after watching the second and final appearance of Bernie in video form, titled Bernie Comes Alive. Joel is seen wearing scrubs, talking about a procedure he is about to do on Bernie when, well, take a look.
Guys!
Gonna blur video form.
Bro, he's got the fucking Dexter kill room.
Procedure.
If you've seen Dexter, look at this shit. He's got the fucking Dexter kill room. Like plastic all around the walls and shit. Bro, you ain't in a movie.
He is about to do on Bernie when, well, take a look.
So monkey parts and human parts are basically the same. They both have the same vessel supplying the brain. It's going to be different practicing on a dead human though versus a live monkey, but practice is practice. So today I'm going to be practicing isolating the carotid and vertebral arteries on both sides. We need to isolate them, the ones that supply the neck and the face, and sort of like tie them in, both superficial and deep ones. I'll tie them in. Not sure how it's going to work. Could be a little ugly, especially if it's skin.
This guy definitely passed biology.
Just a slap. Oh Jesus!
What the fuck?
Where'd he go?
He went that way.
That's faked, right? What the fuck just happened? Oh, right.
In the video, Dan and Kenny play a prank on Joel by somehow electrocuting or doing something to make Bernie's right arm shoot up for a second, which causes Joel to run out of the room. Throughout the whole video, Bernie doesn't breathe at all, though I'm still about 75% sure this whole Bernie thing isn't actually real. Moving on.
Wait, is the dead guy just naked? Is the dead guy just laying naked on the table? Have they got clothes on him? He's naked.
On the very last
Bro.
guest of this website is the legend himself, Hetty the monkey, the final test subject of this whole research project. Under the post, I need a monkey, Joel writes about needing a, well, monkey, while linking beniagra.in, a website that apparently sold monkeys, sharks, cubs, and much more.
Now they're selling dead animals. They're selling... Bro, there's more of these fucking websites.
There's a page on the site that explains how to
Oh,
cook
living.
the pets they
Living
sell for
animals.
meals,
Okay,
though we'll
okay.
talk more about this site later. Pretty soon, Dan, who appears to grow fond of Hetty very quickly, becomes almost friends with the monkey, leading to Dan question.
Wait. Okay, why are you kissing a monkey? It's zoo. He's literally a zoo, bro. And why is the monkey in a t-shirt?
Questioning their whole research process.
What the fuck? He's treating it like it's a kid.
Being a medical student and dissecting living creatures doesn't seem like the right thing to do. I think that we should cut up things that just aren't alive.
Yeah, they're crazy in the head. They need help.
In the coming days, Joel continues to post about how he plans on separating his new test subject, Hetty's head from his body, while somehow finding a way to allow Hetty to talk after the procedure. Dan, now even more attached to Hetty, begins having nightmares.
So, it's about 7:30 in the morning.
Why would they even want to get the head off a monkey and want it to talk about a body? Why would you even want to do that? Like, if its life was in danger, then I kind of get some, like, but why would you just want to do it for fun? Do it as a, like, an experiment, bro. These people are sick, man. Crazy people, bro. Americans are just crazy.
Had some crazy dreams about monkeys and decapitated heads again. I don't know. I'm more into this body, like having no body, but more on the level of
This is definitely a paraphilia, a fetish, or something like that.
mind over matter rather than getting rid of the body completely. It seems like it's going to be a lot of work.
As a reminder, this whole website, C1D1T1, was a blog, and Joel begins to get some hate mail online from his viewers, but he doesn't really address any complaints and just laughs it off. On October 11th, Dan escapes with Hetty and leaves the group. In about a week, Dan sends an envelope with a film cartridge to Joel and Kenny at the place they were staying, but it doesn't work. And that's basically it. The very last post is Joel writing about how MTV made a website named Head Off Body, and Joel jokes about wanting credit for the idea. Nothing was ever added or posted again until the website was taken off the internet in the next year. Now, 18 years later, their emails are deleted and each of their MySpace links above their photos don't work and were not archived on the Wayback Machine. So, as of now, this website is all we have. Before we talk theories on this whole situation,
I'll go on the website after I finish the video.
There's just one more website, linked and shown on equerpos.com, that I want to talk about briefly. calresco.org, a website made in 1998 that is still up and working till this day. This website is huge. Most of it is about science, philosophy, and a sort of spiritual reflectiveness, though not really religious. The homepage reads, "Welcome to the complexity and artificial life research concept for self-organizing systems." Although the site was made in the late 90s, almost 30 years later, it still remains mostly the same as far as I can tell. There are quotes scattered everywhere from famous philosophers or just important people throughout history. It seems like a legitimate site that talks about complexity science or complex systems, which I think covers how different things interact with each other in a deeply thoughtful way. So if you are wondering why your neighbor that you don't get along with's dog takes strangely human-sized dookies every day on your front lawn, and how that affects the Earth's climate, that would be a complex system. I found only one page that mentions it in passing, but other than that, there's literally no mention of calresco.org anywhere on the internet, which is pretty surprising. The only question is, why is it shown on equerpos.com? Although
I think it's made by the same people.
Calresco mentions artificial life, I haven't been able to find any direct connection between itself and equerpos or even C1D1T1. However, for now, let's forget all about calresco.org and focus more on equerpos and C1D1T1. There are two main theories that I think are the most plausible, and one of them is likely the truth, at least in my opinion. The first being, all of it is true. equerpos was really a medical website based in South America that sourced and shipped out human bodies and parts. Joel, who was, or maybe still is, a CT surgeon, found the website and bought Bernie off of it, as well as the other hand he mentioned buying previously. Joel bought these in an attempt to further his research in the successful separation of head and body, to preserve the person's personality and consciousness. Then, the group, Joel, Kenny, and Dan, bought Hetty off Beniagra before Dan ran away with him. To me, there are some important facts that give credence to this all being real. equerpos.com is entirely made in Spanish and apparently based in South America. Beniagra is registered.
You know what? I actually believe this. Chat, I actually believe this. Like, I actually believe it. I think some of the videos, like this Joel guy made, are a little bit fake, but I seriously think this website's real. I seriously think.
Under .in, aka in India, but it might be possible to register a domain in another country.
I'll check out the website after this.
Lastly, they have a fucking monkey. Now, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't say it's particularly easy to acquire a monkey. Though maybe I just don't have the business connections these guys had. The second plausible theory I have about this whole situation is that it's all fake. Someone, most likely Joel, created eQuerpos and the blog C1D1T1 with the intention of making up some obscure story with all of his bizarre research and acting to maybe bring attention to his MySpace page or career if he was like an aspiring actor or just
That
had a
could be it,
passion
you know?
for making
That could be
strange
it.
art projects. I'm just spitballing because there are a lot more possibilities if it is indeed fake. One thing that kinda adds to this all being fake is that eQuerpos, C1D1T1, and Beniagra were all created around 2005 and ended sometime around 2007. It could be a complete coincidence, though calresco.org, the only confirmed legitimate website involved, was made in 1998 and is still running, whilst having no direct connection to any of the other sites. And the most damning evidence of this all being fake is that beniagra.in, the site that Joel allegedly bought Hetty on, has this video.
Hey, I am Benny Agra. You need a cobra, tiger, even a baboon. Then call me Benny Agra. You will
Who is editing this?
receive the animal in 30 days or less. Granted.
If this website was up, I'd buy from it on stream.
I highly doubt an actual website that was selling pets to be eaten created and posted a video that looks like an early 2000s parody commercial. But who knows, real, fake? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below.
Yeah, to be eaten, you might just want them as pets. Chat, what do we think? Do we think it's fake? Do we think it's fake? Do we think it's real? This is the Wayback Machine, okay? So we can't access this now. But this was the website. Should I move my webcam? Should I move my webcam? It's in the way of everything. It's in the way of everything. I'll just leave it. I'm just gonna go on this. Yeah, it's a bit I don't know. If they did fake this though, imagine all the trouble they would go to like first make the whole website in Spanish and like make it this realistic as well. Like look, this is CDT1, whatever it is. Like think about all that trouble they would have to go to. Exactly, for the early 2000s as well. Even now, think about how hard it is to like make this website, right? Buy the domain or whatever. That's obviously like a stock image, isn't it? But, bro, I don't think it's fake. Wait, what the fuck? It's not an SFW. It's not an SFW. It's not an SFW. But yeah, you could buy these for 7,500. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.